it says here in the article that the parents didn't find out that their child wasn't at school until the end of the day. That's what it says. So how did they not know? It took them so long to figure out she wasn't there. But that means that the bus driver didn't check the back after, supposedly all the kids got off. Bus driver didn't check the back, and the teacher didn't check the back if there was one out there. He stopped that up. When y'all hear this, y'all gonna be mad. He stopped at a gas station and got out and left her on the bus. And then he stopped at a McDonald's again and got out and left her on the bus again. Crazy. Went to McDonald's, didn't even give her no nuggets. I'm mad about this, okay? That is my reaction. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of my podcast, Just Shay and Friends. It's me, Shay. How y'all doing? I hope good. Today, I have another news article. You guys seem to like the last one that I did, and I found another one. This one on TikTok. The title is Autistic 4-year-old left on Dallas school bus for 7 hours. Oh my gosh. Before we go any further, I want to thank you guys for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you're here, and I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on your way in, and please share with a friend. Y'all excuse me, my voice is just, it ain't it. I've been trying to drink water and everything to bring it back, but this is what y'all got for today. I apologize if it's not pleasing to the ears, but this is what I got to work with for now. Anyways, I saw the video initially on TikTok. One of my autism mom friends reposted it, and it said the same thing. Autistic 4-year-old left on school bus for 7 hours, and immediately my interest was piqued, because what in the child endangerment is going on here? What's going on? How in the world did that happen? I know y'all wondering the same thing. Let's look it up. Okay, so as always, this article that I found is going to be in the description for you guys to look at yourselves. It is from fox4news.com, KDFW, that's the station. All right, and this was published August 28th. So not too long ago, it's recent. 4-year-old Araya Pruitt, I hope I pronounced that right, was left on the bus for 7 hours on Tuesday. The preschooler, who is nonverbal and autistic, was taken to the hospital and discharged that day, Tuesday morning. The bus picked her up just before 8 a.m., but it wasn't until the end of the school day that Pruitt said his wife got a call. So they got a phone call saying that their daughter never arrived at school, basically. And then when they found her, they took her to the hospital. It don't really say too much about the in-between, but I did find another article because I just didn't like the information. Parents say she's autistic, she is nonverbal, and she couldn't say anything to bring attention to herself. That's why they think she was left on the bus. Yep, they say it's probably part of the reason why she was left on the bus. And the parents, one of the parents, said that he was at work on a route hours away, so he couldn't even come. Sad face. The school put out a statement. They say we're appalled by the incident, and they're happy that the child is okay, etc., etc. Well-being of the students, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the basic information that news channel had. But I have another one because that one was not what I wanted. But anyways, the next one is the video that I found here is the parents actually viewing the video. So the parents requested the video from the bus, as they should, because how in the world did this happen? A 4-year-old left on the bus. So they watched the video and, oh, this is it right here. All right, so the district allowed her and her husband to view the video from the bus on Tuesday when the bus driver ended their shift without realizing a child was still aboard. So they say Tuesday morning, the bus picked her up just before 8 a.m. So that's the first thing that happened. They picked her up for school. The parents put her on the bus. She was obviously fine until, I'm thinking she got to the school, all the other kids got off the bus, she did not, and then the bus driver continue on with their business. That's what I'm thinking, and she's still in the back the whole time. It don't say anything in here on the protocol for when the kids actually get to the school, because this is what I'm looking for. That's why I'm baffled. Like, I've never known a school, well, not in Virginia, to not do like adult to adult handoffs with these kids. I've never known it. So let me look it up because that baffles me. Where was they in? Dallas? It was in Dallas. I'm talking to myself at this point, but you can answer too, okay? Yeah, it's in Dallas. All right, let's see. Dallas. Oh, Oh my gosh, that's loud. I have to reset my phone, and all my settings went out of there. I usually don't have that tapping sound. Dallas school, let's say preschool laws, and regulations. That took a long time, that research. I had to cut the camera because my eyes were starting to cross. I was like, am I dyslexic? What's going on? But it's early still, y'all. Early, okay? Here we go. I found it. I was looking for the regulations on the bus. And then I couldn't think of the words to type in. So eventually I just typed in Dallas school system bus to teacher. That's all I could think of. Bus to teacher. And I found something, okay? Found the regulations for Dallas Independent School District, which is where she went. 3 and 4-year-old students can ride the bus if they attend the zone school, etc., more than 2 miles away, etc., etc. Oh, here it is. All pre-K students must be escorted to and from their designated bus stop by the parent/guardian or other designee who is at least 18 years of age. This is to and from home to the bus. If parent/guardian or designee is not present upon drop off, the student will be returned to their assigned campus. I was looking for driver to teacher. This is only talking about if they're dropping the kid off at home, or when they're dropping the kid off at home and picking them up. So let's look a little bit further, and then they talk about incidents, and then that's it. Question mark. That's it. It doesn't say anything about the protocol for when the kid goes from the bus driver to the teacher. So I'm assuming that there's no regulation for that, in which it should be. All right. I'm officially aggravated with this research because when going to look up rules and regulations on the procedures for pickup and drop off, there are a lot of procedures very easily found. The parents, what you should be doing during pickup and drop off. They're telling the parents, you put your kid on the bus, this is what you're supposed to do. When you get your kid off the bus, this is what you're supposed to do. And if you're not there, we're not even going to get your kid, basically, or drop your kid off, basically. There's a lot of rules about that. But I only found one school that has something that says what the teachers do when the kids arrive. And I found one school that said that the teacher's supposed to walk the child to the class. Now, for this specific school that she goes to, I didn't find those regulations that say the teacher's supposed to do that. But I know here in Virginia, they are, okay? They are supposed to do that. It's always adult to adult. The kid doesn't just walk into the preschool or walk into the school by themselves. They don't. They're 4 years old. 4 years old. Okay? There's no way. So how did they not know? It took them so long to figure out she wasn't there. Did they not take a roll or something and not notice she wasn't there? Because I know by 11, they would have called me about my son if my son didn't come to school. I know that for a fact. How come it took so long? Maybe they did call. There's nothing about that here. If there was a absent, call when your kid is absent. They call eventually. I know they do in Virginia. But it says here in the article that the parents didn't find out that their child wasn't at school until the end of the day. That's what it says. But anyways, so they dropped her off. No, parents put her on the bus at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. And the bus picked up other kids, I'm sure. Dropped them off at school. Kids got off the bus. Bus driver did not check the back. And she was still in the back. So this is what happened. It took me a long time to get to there because I'm in my brain could not compute. What was in between it? My brain could not compute because I know for a fact teachers are supposed to get each kid. Now, what happened, okay? Are they getting all the kids in once, all at the same time and just didn't realize? Who knows? Okay? But that means that the bus driver didn't check the back after, supposedly all the kids got off. The bus driver didn't check the back and the teacher didn't check the back if there was one out there. Maybe they just go straight from the bus right to the door and all line up or some sort of thing. That sounds like chaos. Sounds like chaos. When my son was in school, there was a teacher assigned for each, the special needs anyways. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But there was a teacher assigned to get each kid, okay? They didn't just let them all off at once, you know. They let them off by their names. Boom. When one's missing, okay, where's this kid? They mark it down. Go inside, and then they report him absent. And then the parent gets a call. But it looks like here, and correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody finds any more information, I'm having a hard time with this. Because it's aggravating me. Look, it's making my eyebrows do like this. It's aggravating me. If y'all find some information, please put it in there. But it don't say here the protocol on student pickups in the beginning of the day and stuff like that. Because as far as I know, in Virginia, as far as I know, okay, my experience with the school systems, there is a teacher that's supposed to come out and get your child and bring them into the school. Because a 4-year-old can't just walk around all willy-nilly. That would be terrible. It's preschool. Okay, that's what happened. Kids got off except for her, and then the bus driver didn't check the back at all. And in the other article, it's only said that he was found in the bus depot, or the what do you call it? The transportation depot, you know, where everything is, where they keep all the buses. Trying to find a word, because that's gonna bother me. The hub, that's a funny word. But yeah, the bus hub. They just said that they found her in the bus hub 7 hours later. But this is why I kept doing research, because I found this other article, this one from NBC, bcdfw.com. This one is about the parents viewing the video. And here, because they looked at that video and they said, you said what? So not only did the bus driver, which they not releasing any information about this bus driver, and I know why, but I want to know, who is this person? Okay, I'm just gonna call them them, they, them, because I don't know. Okay, they said not only did the bus driver leave the child after school, they made other stops. Okay, so they thought they was off of work. They ended their shift. Crazy. What in the world? Here it is. The video that the parents watched revealed that the bus driver did not drive uninterrupted from the child's school in Oak Cliff to the Dallas ISD Transportation Service Center in Lancaster. I don't know how far that is, so it seems so far away. He stopped at when y'all hear this, y'all gonna be mad. He stopped at a gas station and got out and left her on the bus. He got out the car, he got out of the bus not one time, but several. He got out at the gas station. Why he didn't look back there then? Is it just a me thing that I look back? Maybe it's just a me thing. And I don't even drive a bus. When I get out the car, I always look back. And when I get in, I look back too. I know it's a bus and you can't see, you know, some of them seats. She's probably very small, couldn't see over the top thing unless you're up, standing up and walking towards her. You know what I'm saying? But didn't do that several times. Didn't go to the back and check at all. I don't even know if they turned around and looked in the back at all while they were doing this. He stopped at a gas station. And then he stopped at a McDonald's again. And got out and left her on the bus again. A third time. Well, the third time was the bus depot. When they got out and just left for 7 hours. Crazy. Went to McDonald's. Didn't even give her no nuggets. You know, they didn't know she was back there. And which is the problem. How in the world do you not know? There has to be some kind of protocol. And I know the school said in the other article that they are supposed to do checks after their shift on the bus. But they should be doing checks like when they think that all the kids are off the bus. That's when you should verify that all the kids are in fact off the bus before you leave the school. Because if you leave the school and you didn't verify that all the kids were off the bus, now you got to take a kid back, right? Right? You would think so. But as you can see, I looked and looked and looked, and I like to think that I'm very good at research. And look, if y'all find it, please tell me, because I want to see it. I looked and looked for the regulations on a bus driver to teacher handoff for school, preschool. I looked and looked. Because I cannot imagine that people expect 4-year-olds to walk from a school bus to a school by themselves. I can't imagine. Even if it is with the other kids. They blind leading the blind at that point. They're all 4. They're all 4 years old. None of them should be walking alone any amount of distance. I don't care who you are. No 4-year-old is mature enough to walk any distance alone. I don't care if it's just up the street. I don't care. What in the world? Not me having pop-ups. Get out of here. Rude. No 4-year-old should be. And I didn't find the regulations that say teachers are responsible for getting the kids, what have you. But they should be. They should be. And the bus driver definitely should have done more checks. They didn't do any checks. They couldn't have. They put gas in the bus. That's about it. Okay? Right, so what happened to the bus driver? Aftermath. This is the most recent here. This is the most recent update so far on the story from, let me see when this one was published, August 28th also. Oh, no, it was an update published on the 29th at 6:26 p.m. So what happened to the bus driver? Because we need justice for this family. The baby suffered from, the 4-year-old was treated and released from the hospital on Wednesday the next day. They were treated for symptoms of dehydration and exhaustion. So, sad face. I'm so sad for this family and the baby. Like, especially her, because she probably didn't even know what was going on. And she was so sweet. And she didn't, you know what I'm saying? She didn't make no noise. She was just waiting so patiently. Obviously, she didn't know any better to say, hey, I'm back here. Is anybody coming to get me? That's what I thought. That's what I'm thinking. She was sitting there thinking, is anybody coming to get me or what? The teacher should have come and got you, honey. I'm sorry that didn't happen. Okay. There it is. So the district told the family that the bus driver was terminated. So this is what happened to the bus driver. They got fired. The bus driver was terminated, and a criminal investigation is underway for possible child endangerment charges. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Because what in the child endangerment is this? She had to go to the hospital. That's child endangerment right there. Just firing is not enough. When I first saw that little clip on TikTok, it didn't say nothing about the investigation. It just said that they were fired. The bus driver was fired. I was like, oh, no, that ain't enough. No, they need something on their record saying that they can't drive buses no more. Because they obviously are way too complacent to be in having preschoolers in their care. Okay? Because when you're a bus driver, that's what you are. Like, you have children in your care. So you should know what you're doing. You should be vigilant at all times. Anybody that got care over kids like that should be teachers, ABA therapists, RBTs, ABCDEFGs. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with this. Anybody that's babysitters, you should be knowing what you're doing. Okay? Or you just don't have kids in your care anymore. Okay? And that's okay. If you don't know what you're doing, that's okay. You shouldn't be a bus driver. You shouldn't. And that's my opinion. Okay? I don't care what nobody say. You leave a kid on the bus one time, you should not be a bus driver. Because you should be doing those checks so thoroughly. You should be doing them so much that they become second nature to you. You should never forget to do your checks. Okay? And there is no way I would drive off just assuming in my mind that all the kids are off the bus. And I don't even drive a bus. I would never assume that all the kids are off the bus without looking and actually checking to see if all the kids are. Because the kids sometimes, they be doing weird stuff, okay? Kids be hiding, all kinds of stuff. And then in the case of this 4-year-old, she wasn't hiding. She was just small. And you couldn't see her over the seats. And she didn't get off the bus for whatever reason, like the other kids. So there's no way you should have pulled off from that school. You shouldn't even put your bus in drive without going back there and walking all the way to the back and checking every seat. You shouldn't drive a bus, ever. You shouldn't drive a bus, and you shouldn't have kids in your care, ever. That's what I say. Okay, child endangerment, get them. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. The parents' reaction after finding out the daughter left on the bus. The parents of the preschooler say they are traumatized, and of course they are. And they want answers about how the 4-year-old daughter was left alone on the school bus for hours on a Tuesday. I want answers too, okay? I'm with y'all. I want answers. There's no way we cannot let this happen to our kids without somebody need to be telling me how and why this happened and how it's not going to happen again to another kid or to my kid. Instead of arriving at school, their daughter was left unattended, miles away in 95-degree heat. They in Dallas now. I know she was hot. The parents say that she could have lost her life. And yeah, she could have. Had she not been found in time or whatever the case may be. I don't know what are the details that kept her, going. She pretty much stayed awake the whole time. That's what they say in the video. She was just sitting there looking exhausted, like hot. She was probably hungry, thirsty, all of it. Oh my, and it say here, I knew I was right, because they didn't call the parents and tell the parents that she wasn't at school. They didn't. And the protocol on that is what? Question mark. I'm not even going to try to look, because it don't seem like they want me to look. It's not public, okay? The rules on being a teacher. Teacher's rules. It's not public. It don't seem like it to me. But it say that they received the call 30 minutes before the end of school. What? 30 minutes before the end of school? Like, how come they didn't call halfway throughout the school and say, hey, that automatic message, your child, blah, 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 did not come to school, or whatever, or marked absent, or whatever? Or do they only do that for elementary school? Do they not do that for preschool? Question mark. These are all the questions that I have. The parents say an employee from the bus barn called and said that her nonverbal daughter had been left on the bus. I'm appalled too. So it says that another bus driver, the district transportation employee that the parent spoke to, they're the ones that found the child doing their checks. They were about to go on shift and they were doing their checks, as they should, and they found the child easily. So the other person just complacent, okay? At this point, just didn't do nothing you were supposed to do at this point. The only thing you did was safely get the kids to school. Poor baby in the back. You didn't keep her safe. You left her on the bus. We still waiting to learn what the discipline is going to be for the bus driver. Like, they fired them, but I don't think that is the discipline that we're seeking. I don't think that's the justice we're seeking. Oh, you got fired, you can get another job. You need something. There needs to be very much something else, because this poor baby had to go to the hospital. So when stuff like that happens, the consequences for those actions should be greater. So I'm going to follow this story. I'm going to continue to follow this story. And when there's updates and stuff, I'm going to update y'all, because I hope that they get this bus driver for child endangerment, because that's exactly what it was. And this is not the first time something like this has happened. This is not the first time. I was looking for more information on this Dallas case, and I found another case in New York. Maybe I'll do that another podcast, but same thing. Kid was left on the bus. Why are these bus drivers not doing checks, huh? Why? They supposed to. And that should tell the school they need to do something different with the way that their procedure for getting the kid off the bus to the school. Their procedure for that. They need to fix it. Fix it. And that's it, and that's all, okay? Because that's all the information. Is still very new, but I wanted to go ahead and give y'all some content here, and I had a lot of time. I haven't been having time lately, so excuse me for that, but y'all always so patient, so I know y'all okay with it. But thanks for watching. Once again, I'm mad about this, okay? That is my reaction. This is supposed to be a reaction video, and that's my reaction is I'm mad and I'm appalled. I'm not Paul, okay? I'm appalled and I'm shocked that this could ever happen in today's world, knowing good and well a 4-year-old cannot walk to and fro on their own safely. They need adults. So who dropped the ball? Bus driver, for sure. School, sorry, but yeah, dropped the ball. The parents got her on there safely. They were there like they were supposed to. As the school, highlights, this is where you better be there, or etc., etc., etc. But I ain't see nothing about saying that the teachers better be there too when the bus comes. I ain't see nothing about that. So I think that need to be looked at. School dropped the ball too. I said it, okay? This is my opinion. Don't come for me or do. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. And that's it, and that's all, okay? Thanks for watching, you guys. And if you like this content, go ahead and watch the next video over there. Click it, okay? Bye.